After multiple critically acclaimed indie hits, including Best Picture and Best Director winner Nomadland, Chloe Zhao took an unsuccessful detour in her career with Marvel's Eternals. Now she is back making films in her wheelhouse with 2025's Hamnet, and it may just be her best film yet. This film follows Agnes and William Shakespeare from when they fall in love to when tragedy strikes their son, Hamnet, and how they deal with the devastation and grief that comes with that. And as you can tell by that plot description, this is a very sad movie and a very heavy one to get through. It's hard for me to even talk about certain scenes in very much detail because it makes me want to tear up all over again talking about them. Now, I do think because it is such an overtly sad movie in its subject matter, some people may be a little bit cold to the experience because they think it lacks any nuance or subtlety with how it makes you feel that sadness. But I do think the script has some subtleties in here that people aren't giving it enough credit for. And I do just think across the board, the film is just so effective that the vast majority of people are going to be deeply moved and deeply affected by this film. The biggest reason for the film's effectiveness at getting you to feel such deep emotion is because of the incredible performances. Jessie Buckley is absolutely phenomenal as Agnes. She reaches such depths in her performance that I just have not seen in years. The absolute guttural sadness and pain that she conveys in so many scenes just absolutely destroyed me. And it's not just the louder crying scenes that got to me in this way either. There are many moments throughout the film where it's just little facial expression changes, like how she smiles at her child after she's given birth, or how such deep emotion is captured in her eyes as she's subtly looking from character to character, especially in those last 20 minutes of the film. Little things like these ripped at my heartstrings just as much. Everything Buckley does in this film with her performance, with this character of Agnes, is just otherworldly. It's my favorite performance I've seen in years, probably, and certainly no performance since Anthony Hopkins in The Father has made me cry as much as Buckley's did here. Paul Mescal is also incredible as William Shakespeare. The film is certainly centralized more on Agnes as a character rather than William, but Mescal still has so much to do here emotionally that will pierce the hearts of the audience. Specifically, there are a lot of scenes that really rely on him delivering so much, especially in the last 20 minutes of the film, and he does, and he delivers a wrecking ball right to your heart in the most beautiful way. Jacoby Jupe's performance here as their 11-year-old son Hamnet is really astounding. He doesn't have as much screen time as Buckley or Mescal, but what he does have here, he delivers. The emotional depth he carries in his performance is absolutely incredible for someone his age. Now, even though this film was so incredibly sad, not all of the tears shed here were ones out of utter devastation. The last 20 minutes contains this incredible emotional catharsis that really took my breath away. So many emotions communicated by the actors just through subtle glances. There was no need for any verbal communication to make you feel everything that these characters were feeling. It was just done with so much grace. It was just so beautiful to see, and it had me in tears all over again. Another reason why this film works so well is because of Chloe Zhao's direction. I felt like this was so clearly the best directorial work of her career, even over her Oscar-winning work on Nomadland. For the entire runtime, I felt like I was being taken through this story by such confident and controlled hands that were so soft and gentle at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like, it's evident all throughout the runtime that she knows exactly where she's going in this story, but she traverses it with such grace that it makes all of the emotions in this film feel so incredibly genuine. It's also one of the most beautifully made films on a technical level this year. Lucas Zoll's cinematography just gorgeously captures these landscapes and period details, the production design and the costume design, so incredibly well. Max Richter's score is also very, very good. It's always in perfect service of the film and what Chloe Zhao wants you to feel, but it never comes across as overly manipulative like it could have. So I really appreciate that about his work as a composer on this film. Also, I just have to say his use of On the Nature of Daylight is once again magnificent. I was a little bit worried coming in that I might not be as emotionally receptive to it because I've heard it so many times in films by now, but when it started playing, the tears started flowing. Overall, I thought this was a truly incredible film that delivered all of the emotions I could have possibly wanted. Are there some little flaws in the writing that you could criticize? I suppose so, but between Chloe Zhao's phenomenal direction and the incredible performances, including one of the absolute best of the last decade from Jessie Buckley, this was a film that was an incredibly impactful experience for me that I will cherish for a long time. So because of that, I would give Hamnet 4.5 stars. Alright, that is it for my review of Hamnet, everybody. Let me know down below in the comments section what you thought of this film. Were you just as emotionally moved by it as I was, or were you a little bit more cold towards the experience as a whole? Let me know all those thoughts down below. And also, as far as the awards race goes, since this is going to be one of the biggest contenders across the board, the Critics' Choice nominations are coming out tomorrow, so I will be doing a reaction video to those, and I'll also be predicting the Golden Globe nominations and reacting to those as well. So if you like this video, you would like to see those videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.